Hi everybody, it's Diane here with The Altered Book, and I came across this in my stash. It's an old stamp folder. There were postage stamps in there. It's split. It's old. 18-cent stamps. I don't know when that's from. Anyway, and it occurred to me, maybe I have the stamps in one of those stamp books I have. Yeah, I do. And I could prove it, because brown bear, elk, moose. Isn't that cool? Okay. And then I was doing another project and I had my postmark rubber stamps out. And I had kept, the sheet that they come on. Just, I don't know why. Well, maybe that would be cool somehow. Maybe not. And since this book is getting bulky, or bulk is getting booky, I cut this page and I thought maybe that would help. Although the only pages I can do that on are in the back. The front, I think they're all just, there's something on this side so I can't cut it. I don't know. I did paint over the words because these are small, and as you can see, I didn't think, that's, that print is bigger than that print. No, not gonna work. Okay. Other than that, I don't know what I'm doing. I know that's a surprise. And if I decide I don't want it on a narrow page, I'll just go to one that's not cut. No big deal. Well, now that the background is so plain, what do we want to do with it? And these things too, I think you can glue them, but usually what I see is people staple them. So I could do that. I could not use it at all. It's a little big. I could look for a smaller one. Should we do that? They're right here. Except those things are all on the bottom. No. And that's all inky. I never thought of that. Diane, if you put them in here with rubber stamps, they might get inky. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, let's grab that one. I can go back. Okay, I could postmark over a little bit, with the stamps themselves. This is an okay arrangement. Do we want the black border really on those stamps? I thought we did. Now I'm kind of thinking I don't. I might take that down tighter. Let's cut this. This is part of another one. You can barely see it. Of course, I could just rubber stamp on there too, right? Eliminate the sign? I would. That's an Andy Griffith Show quote. Yeah, I'll think about that. I mean, in a way, it's a little more interesting because it's a different texture. It's shiny. But, well, let's put it back for now. That being said, too, it is plastic. You want plastic on your cool paper collage. I don't know. I'm looking at the borders. Is there something we could go with? Not that. I'm not going to bother to struggle to put them back in right now. That's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that. All right, I'll put this back while I'm thinking. could do a strip of green on that side. I could paint it, but just to get an example. Well, you know what? Could it be more perfect in height there? I don't think so. I'll probably have to trim it the other way, but okay. Yeah, that's nice. Well, a flower. You could add an animal, I suppose. I mean, that's what these are all about. I don't think I have a small, let me look, like a wildlife animal. I've got small chickens and dogs and stuff like that. Bunny. Camel, no. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Rabbit. Zebra, no. Just a second, pulling up paper here doesn't want to come. Wow, I never used this. Well, that's kind of interesting. If there's bear and moose, that's on there. I think that's it, though, of what is on there. Well, okay. That's a rabbit track? That doesn't look like a rabbit track. Deer. Is there deer on there? That was the elk. I guess not. What's the bottom one? Antelope. Oh yeah, white-tailed deer. Oh. Okay. We'll go over to here. Okay. I know that's cut crumbly. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. I think I'm going to ink the edges. I will say, depending on like what goes on that page, I may not be a fan of this technique of cutting the page. She'll find out, right? I don't know if I'll try to be careful, so to speak, of what I put there. I might. I mean, something 60s psychedelic or something is going to look weird, I would think, because you're going to see it. So, but that's a problem on down the road. Okay, I'm going to pause and glue this stuff, and then we'll add some rubber stamping, I think. Okay, come back. Okay, the tracks are not glued, everything else is. And I looked it up, you can find out anything today. 1981. Okay. Let's put on a couple postmarks. I don't know if this is all I want. Let's just do a couple. I think I'll forego the plastic thing. It's a cool idea, but since I would maybe staple it, then that's going to interfere with whatever I do on the back. That's not too cool, so let's just do this. Nice and safe, right? I was kind of thinking maybe they were postcard stamps for 18 cents, but no. Okay. All right. Would maybe want to do more, but let's just stop with that because Yeah, it's okay. You could be done. But I think most of us would agree it's a little dull. And I'm not sure if I want these the way they are or more like that. It's crooked. Boy, it is so hard, for me anyway, to cut out something square when you don't have, any kind of guidelines. Yes, yes it is, Diane. Better. Okay, well, flowers, well, you know what, wait a minute. Um, that could be cool. I'm hesitating though. It's not, that's not going to start being too much stuff, is it? Well, there's a bear and a moose and a deer, and the little cabins are cool. I don't know if you heard that. My husband just sneezed in the background. That's why I'm laughing. That might be a first. Well, that's a nice match to the green there. I will cut these out a little better if I use them. Isn't that funny how things work out? This moose just happened to be kind of peeking out from my stack there. He's on moose. Is that kind of cool? It's like animal bingo. Brown bear. All right, do we want trees, house? I would cut this better too. Of course, if it's American wildlife, maybe we don't want a house. Yeah, that's a point, isn't it? Okay. Those trees are okay. They're a little small. I mean, they're kind of to scale, but just a sec here. I have other trees. I don't have a lot of pine stuff. I think this is about it. I have those tissue images. Those are too big and they're black. I don't want that. Well, this color is good. All right. Would you cut that better too, Diane? Yes. I think we can work with that in some manner. I want the bear up here. And then we have to have the bear track by him though, right? Okay, this is getting us somewhere. Well, any of these trees would be okay. There's another pine type. Okay, what about the very top? Do we want trees up there, or do we want clouds, or a Hokey Sunshine or something. Or it could do a washi. Well, there aren't owls on there, but owls are woodsy, right? Oh, I heard, okay. Once in a blue moon, we do hear them here, you know, in the middle of the night. No, that's too fussy. But I let my dogs out at like 5:30. It was not dark yet. Hang on, I'm stepping over to get washi. And it was cold, and I wasn't going to stand out there with them, but I stood by the door for a few minutes, and I swear I heard an owl, and I'm like, you know, there was a lot of traffic and stuff, and I thought, no. I stand there, a couple minutes later, sure enough, it was an owl. So I came back in for a sec. I forgot to get my hat or something anyway, because I was going to walk out there and see if I could see it anywhere. It didn't sound real close, but, you know, enough. I thought maybe I could see it. And just as I stepped back outside, I saw a big bird fly off in the distance. It was pretty cool. So yes, it was an owl. And yes, this is kind of stuck to itself. I don't like it anyway. Okay. I don't think any of those are going to work. Alright, well if washi's out, I could do another postmark up in here. I don't think I'd add flowers or something different at this point. It's getting to be way too much little fussy things. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to fussy cut the fussy things, glue them down. I may leave it, I may just take a narrow line, you know, pen line or something, because like I said, we're getting too many things. So we'll see what I think when it's glued down. Okay, hang on. It should be done in a minute. Okay, folks, all done. I added a couple more postal stamps, postmarks, and then a faux stitch line in pen. I think that's it. When I was cutting this out, the trunk broke off. I didn't cut it off, it just tore right off. But actually, it fits better with it off anyway, so I'm kind of glad that happened. I did cut the, you know, zigzag. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. Alright, we'll see how this goes. You know, it's kind of neat just to be different. Like I said, I'm not sure once there's stuff here. I don't know if I'll like it. I could cut that short too. I don't know. But yeah, there's back here, there's quite a lot of pages left, as you can see. I should rip some of that out. Up front, not a lot. So, okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a nice day.